Hi, this is Angela Johnson with Grace Healing Group, and I am doing a tarot reading for healers for the week of August 28th. Now, as usual, I have pulled 3 cards, and we are going to look at, for this week, what is coming up to be healed, what do we need to leave alone, and what are our next right steps. Now, what has come up to be healed is the Queen of Cups. Now, this card is a very maternal card. The cups are all about emotions, and the Queen embodies this suit. So she is in touch with her own emotions. She's in touch with everybody else's emotions. She uses feelings and emotions and intuition as a way of navigating through the world, which is goes hand in hand with being a healer, right? So it's interesting that it's in our what's coming up to be healed position this week. The danger with every gift has a burden, every burden has a gift. And with the Queen of Cups, the burden side of that gift of being in touch with everybody's emotions and, she's the ultimate in emotional intelligence, right? Is that boundaries. It's like mothers or fathers, but traditionally the mother just losing herself in the rearing of the children, right? She's so in tune with everybody else, she kind of forgets who she is. So there's an element of that coming up this week that needs to be healed, that needs to be addressed. It's, how you nurture yourself, nurture others, how you use your ability to tap into other people, using your own emotional insights. This week, there's something around that needs to be, if not healed, refined and adjusted. So let's keep going. We'll see how these tie together. In the what does not need to be touched, what is not in our lane this week, we have the Page of Pentacles upside down. Now, when the page is right side up, the Page of Pentacles is incredibly detail-oriented, incredibly methodical, but methodical, but there's a bit more creativity. Like your Knight of Pentacles is also very methodical, but there's no creativity here. The Page of Pentacles has creativity because, the page is starting new projects and it's great, but they bring this really focused attention. When it's upside down, there is failed projects, but more importantly, not being willing to learn from past mistakes, not being willing to look at how it went wrong, but just sort of glossing over one's own part in what failed. So that's interesting that it's in the what we should not touch this week. So let's go to the third card and it will tie together. So our third card is the Justice card upside down, and this is our next right step. So when the Justice card is right side up, it's justice, it's doing the right thing. When it's upside down, it can mean knowing you played a part, knowing you did something wrong and not taking accountability. So we have 2 cards that are about not taking accountability, but it can also be inner critic. It can also be being incredibly hard on yourself. So it's an interesting thing. We have the Queen of Cups, who's intuitive and extending love to everyone. But then there's this Page of Pentacles. We need to not get lost in what didn't work, but also not... You're either doing one of 2 things. You're either completely dismissing your role in it and in what went wrong. It's like the reason why this is in the do not touch, don't try to heal it. It went wrong. It's over. It failed. Whatever, conjugation of the word over, of the form of over, suits your situation. It is done. Do not try to revive it. It is done. Can you be compassionate with yourself when you look at either, are you being too hard on yourself? Are you taking too much responsibility for what happened? Or are you not taking enough? Whichever one that is, there is some growth in that. There's something, that tendency on your part is a doorway into some healing this week, and come at it as the Queen of Cups with incredible amount of compassion. But the Queen, you know, you have to have boundaries. So it's going to be a fine dance this week. And I would almost suggest, if you could look at the situation as if it had happened to your friend, what advice would you give your friend? And then take that advice for yourself. If you saw your friend either not taking responsibility, or if you saw your friend taking too much responsibility, using it as a weapon to beat themselves up, what would you tell them? And then follow your advice, because, you know, the Queen knows, and it comes from within. All right, I hope this helped. Thank you all, you wonderful healers, and especially our healers who help us out with the virtual clinic. We have one coming next week, so excited to be working alongside you. If you are a healer and you stumbled across this and you're interested in doing remote work on nurses, we started off in the pandemic and we are still going strong, and we are always looking to expand our ranks. So please reach out to us. We are at gracehealinggroup.com. Otherwise, have a wonderful week. You are all amazing, and thank you for everything you do. Have a great week.